Welcome to my Love Engineering channel. Today we are going to discuss the transformer on node. In the previous lecture, I have shown you the vector diagram of transformer on no load. Now we are going to discuss what will happen if a load is added to the secondary winding of a transformer. The load is nothing but your current. Once you are adding a load to your transformer, the secondary current will get increases. So you consider this is a single phase transformer circuit. The V1 is the supply voltage given to the primary winding of your transformer, and E1 is the self-induced voltage of your primary winding, and E2 is the self-induced voltage of your secondary winding, and V2 is the terminal voltage, and I2 is the secondary current. You consider these three cases. These three are the elements: R element, L element, and C. And these are the load. I am considering the resistive load, and inductive load, and capacitive load. Now, normally we have studied in the circuit theory the relationship between the voltage and current in terms of phasor diagram. In resistance, this voltage and current will be in phase. In inductance, the current will lag by an angle of pi with respect to your voltage. In capacitor, the current leads the voltage by an angle of 90 degree. So I am going to draw what will the phasor diagram for a resistive load. As you all know, now we are going to consider this V1 is the y-axis, and this flux is your x-axis, and this is going to be a magnetizing current which is going to be in phase with your flux, and this is your core loss component. I am taking a summation, and this is a resultant, and this is I naught. Okay, and this is your pi naught, and these are E1 and E2. Now you see, whenever you are adding a load in a transformer, the secondary current will be increasing. Once the secondary current is increases, the flux in the secondary winding will be more comparing with the primary winding. At the time, this flux will oppose your main flux. So the main flux that is in the primary winding will get reduced in such a way this primary winding will take more current from the supply. So this condition should not be happened, because they will say this N2 I2 is a demagnetizing current. They will say demagnetizing means once the increase in I2, the main flux value is reduced. So in order to maintain the main flux value as a constant, how much value of increase in the secondary current, the same amount of current will be added in the primary to overcome your this demagnetizing current. So I can say I1 is the current, that is the combination of I0 plus I2 dash. I2 dash is the compensation current in order to maintain your main flux, and I0 is your no load current. So I am going to draw a phasor diagram. Since voltage and current are in phase, so I can say, you see here, I am taking this I2 is in phase with E2. In the diagram I have shown E2 and V2. In normal condition, that is in standstill condition, or in ideal condition, I can take V2 is nothing but your E2. So this voltage and current are in phase. Similarly, the compensation will be here opposite. Now you see, I am just drawing this, and this is your I2 dash, and this is V1. So I want to take a resultant here. I am taking this resultant, I am joining this. So this is your I1. This I1 makes an angle of I1. Hope you understand this vector diagram for resistive load. If you have any doubt, comment me on the comment box. Like my channel, share my channel, subscribe. To get the notification of my continuous video, press the bell icon. Thank you.